Hey guys, welcome to kstiller.com. As you can see, I have a lot of beautiful girls with me right now today, and we're actually going to discuss a couple of topics for you guys today, and it may grab your attention. But before we start, we have Miss Jessica here with us. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, girl.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Carrie Ann Walters.
Hi, guys.
And we have Miss Marsha in the building.
Hi.
Also, Ace, Delightful Ace. Hi. Thank you all ladies for coming. All right, now let's get to it. What I want to get to first and foremost is basically how hard it is for us young females trying to make it out here in New York City, trying to build a brand, trying to live this dream that we've always wanted to have growing up here in New York. How hard is that? Because it's not an easy task, obviously. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
But it's
Why is it
very
so
difficult.
hard?
It's extremely difficult because I feel like we have a lot of competition with ourselves and like with each other. Everyone has to take the title of the same thing.
Right.
You know what I
like,
mean?
Also, too, like a lot of people come to New York to do that. They go to New York or they go to LA. If you want to be an actor, you go to LA. If you want to be in fashion, beauty, or makeup, you go to LA or New York. If you want to be in fashion,
That's true, because I
most
moved
importantly.
here from New York.
But I think in a lot of the smaller towns, it's like you feel like you're a big fish in a small pond. But New York, it's like you're a fish in a pond of fishes. And fish is not even a plural word. But
I know.
it's
Not
like
even fish.
everyone does what
about
you
a
do.
shark.
Right?
Yeah.
We're all sharks.
Yeah.
We're all
We're
here to
sharks.
hustle.
Everyone's
to
hungry.
Get to the end result.
Yeah.
But I
Like
think
everyone
if you,
does what you do.
If you look at it from a different point of view, just more of a, we all may do the same thing, but we all do it differently.
Right.
So
Exactly.
and that is your thing. No one
Finding
out
your
there
niche.
is you. So
Everyone is
it's,
there. Yeah.
it's about
like
learning
finding
how
your
to
niche.
stand out in a sea of people who are, you know, because everywhere you go, you're gonna find a fashion blogger, you're gonna find a
Exactly.
YouTuber, you're
I
gonna
was
find a
gonna
makeup
get to that.
artist.
That's so true.
But what makes you different?
Exactly. And that I think at that point, like because everyone has like the same title, everyone has the same kind of ways to say that I'm different this way. I do it this way. I'm a fashion blogger, but this is how I'm going to relay my message to the world. Everyone's a motivational speaker, but this is how I'm going to relay it to the world. Everyone is a makeup artist, but this is how I do my art. Like everyone has like their own ways of how they want to distribute their art to the world.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what differentiates us, but it makes us all kind of the same because everyone has the same end goal.
But how can that make us stand out though? Because I feel like it is a lot of people doing, you know, kind of like the same thing. Not the same thing, but it's all in the same field. But how can you stand out?
You have to find a formula.
Consistency,
Yeah.
definitely consistency and formula. Like
I think
everything.
the people that are the most successful are the ones that are still there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel like everyone comes to New York to be someone, to make something of themselves.
Right.
And you get here and you realize it's hard, and you either continue or you quit.
Right.
And the only way to stand out is to not quit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think eventually, like everyone, like she said, has a niche, they have a market, you find what you're good at, and you keep doing it. But if it doesn't reap the benefits of what you want it to right away, you have to keep doing it in order to see where that's going to go. Because every time you quit and try something else, you're starting from ground zero again.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Marsha was touching base on that too. Like, no one is you.
Yeah.
Right.
No one
You're your
can
own
do
person.
you like you do you.
Right.
Yeah.
So no matter if we're a blogger or a stylist or whatever, you have your own say, your own like take on it. So I feel like once you embrace your authenticity, your personality, and bring that let it shine through, it's sort of like fashion. Like Jess, I know, has this jumpsuit, but Jess can wear this jumpsuit and wear it completely different than how I wear the jumpsuit.
Right.
And it's the same thing. And it doesn't mean she might wear it and freak it with, you know, flat boots and
Accessories and
accessories
everything.
and her hat. Whereas I'm just gonna wear it with my pumps and a bracelet and you know, so
Right.
it really it's sort of the same thing. Everyone's interpretation of the same thing is gonna be different.
And that's what makes us all unique.
But what's most
in a
important
way.
is just staying true to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
exactly.
Staying true to your brand,
Yeah,
at
staying true to
least.
yourself.
If you say this is the type of artist that I am, you have the same technique and you want to like portray that in everything that you do. You know what I mean? And then like as long as you're staying true to that, that's like perfect, because it's saying like, this is who I am, this is my stamp piece, and this is what makes me me. You have like 10 different artists, but I'm going to show you why I am me, what makes me unique. You know what I mean?
makes me stand out
Exactly.
amongst the rest.
Exactly.
And then
that's
that
doing-
eliminates the whole idea of competition.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I don't even feel like you
And
should
then
have
competition becomes
Yeah.
your own self. Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
And also, let's talk about basically how to keep a positive mindset when things start to turn left. Because that happens a lot. Especially
Things aren't meant to always go straight and narrow. So you have to maintain a positive mindset so that when you go down into that valley, that you're covered.
yeah.
Because
I
it's
completely
bound to
agree.
happen.
I completely agree. So there's this motivational speaker that I listen to religiously. His name is Les Brown. He says that when you fall, if you're gonna fall, land on your back. Land on your back so you can stand back up. Because there's gonna be a lot of times where you're gonna fall, and people feel like they have to necessarily fall flat on their face. You fall flat on your face when you give up and you're just like, forget it, I'm done. But if you land on your back, you're just like, okay, I can use my hands. I'm gonna get back up. And this is what I have to do to continuously gain momentum. And I feel like a lot of times when we lose momentum, we stop believing in ourselves.
Yeah.
And once we stop believing in ourselves, we're just like, it's like falling flat on your face. But when you have like, sometimes if you have like a lot of people supporting you, you feel like you're more cushioned on your back. But like, you could be your own cushion on your back too. Like, you could be your own motivation to get back up. But we have to do that.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times we don't have like, suppose I didn't meet you guys. It's just like, if I didn't meet you guys as a great realm of friends who are just so happen to be doing the same thing, and then like if I was in a different niche of friends, it'd have been like,
It wouldn't be the same.
it would never be
That's
the same.
exactly why I believe everything happens for a reason. The people you meet, where you go, everything happens for a reason.
for a reason.
But and the end goes left, that should teach you, okay, I did this, I gave it all I had, and it went bad. I learned from it.
Yeah.
I learned not to do this again. I learned not to do business with this person again. I learned not to trust this person with my feelings, my emotions, my money. Whatever went wrong, you learn from that and you move on.
Yeah. And I want to talk about how to not let social media and other people's success deteriorate your ambition from still trying to win. Because I know I go through that sometimes when I'm
We
just
all
like
do. I feel like
scrolling
we
down
all go through
Instagram.
that.
Yeah, and I
We
see
all
certain
do.
people, you know, doing certain things and like
You
just
wanna-
getting to where they are, and I'm just like,
But
oh
for
my god,
me,
like
I
where?
think that we are doing a huge disservice to ourselves by comparing ourselves to others, especially comparing,
I try not- I
especially
try not to do
comparing
that.
our beginning to somebody else's middle.
Don't let, because Instagram is just a facade.
Worry about less of what other people are doing
And
and try
remember
the best
you.
to do what you want to do next.
Yeah.
It's like someone took a staircase that got them to that Instagram photo that they posted to celebrate them starting from the bottom. And you want to hop on an escalator and get off at their stop.
Right.
So it's like, you don't know how many years they've been working and sitting and watching other people's Instagram feeling the same way that you feel. You just have to sit back and compare yourself to your past and wonder where you're going to go next and not worry about what they're doing.
Right. And that also brings in the fact that, you know, how everyone says, wait till it's your time. Be patient. Patience is
And
key.
also for
Just
me,
because-
Instagram, everybody's not who they post.
To be.
Because we've all been to a lot of events, and I've seen people like, oh my god, I love her, and I see a person, I'm just like, this is you? This is your personality? You have none.
Yeah.
You have no personality.
That's the shade. Like, we all fall into the category of saying that, oh my god, this person's life is so amazing. Based off all the things that we just said, we all fall guilty of it. I all fall guilty of it.
I fall guilty of
So
it.
it's kind of like, I mean, now that we're training our mind to say like, this is not what reality is. But you have to understand, like, newcomers or people who want to be bloggers, people who want to be makeup artists, people who want to be stylists, people who want to be like the next Oprah or whatever, the host or whatever it is. They're just seeing your productivity, but they don't understand the struggle.
Exactly.
So we don't understand the struggle when we see people who are like up to
You
like
have to put in your
1.5
time.
million
But
followers.
it depends on
It's
what
your
you're,
time.
it depends on what you're on Instagram for.
Right.
What are you there for? I'm there to promote my brand. So I'm gonna give you the best.
Yeah. Can we touch up on building the right team as far as our brands?
Changing line positions.
All right, here we go.
Again,
All right.
That
So-
right there. How important is that? Building the right team.
Extremely, extremely important. I feel like God puts the right people in your life every single time. I remember the first time that I met, and I'm gonna consider you guys my team. Like, not for nothing, I met you guys during the time when I needed to meet you guys, and we've continued this friendship, ups and downs. Regardless, it's still like a foundation of everyone has the same kind of end goal. You know what I mean? Everyone's not gonna have the same kind of eye view, but we all have the same end goal.
Yeah.
So building a team of people who support you is like super, super important, because it's just like, yo, regardless of how many people think they could do this by themselves, they can't. Because first of all, you need God.
Sure.
You need God. You need God, and you would need people to be around you and be like, yo, you could do this even when you can't do, even when you feel like you can't. Like, there's been time when I've been calling Marsha, be like, Marsha, I'm in a bad state right now. Can you help me out? And Marsha would be like, all right, girl, so this is what we're gonna do. And she'll help me out. And like, I'm pretty sure, like, everyone has their, like, that one friend who you'd be like, yo, calling and like always motivating. You never really do it by yourself. Friendship, building a brand, everything is all built on
It
that.
goes
I think you're
hand in hand.
continuously building your brand, continuously building your team. Because
Yeah.
if you feel like you have a good team, somebody's fucking up, you gotta fire them and hire somebody else.
Right.
But also keep in mind that a team is, like you just said, it's always changing, but people are seasons.
Right.
So they may come in and fulfill their
Nugget.
purpose,
Yep.
and then it's time for them to leave.
Yes, it's
And it
true.
does
Oh,
not
yeah.
mean, it doesn't mean
They could be
that
they're
there
a
for
bad
a certain amount of
person.
time
Yeah.
for something.
But I
Yeah,
also
and
feel
then-
like too, like sometimes with seasons they reoccur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like yo, son, all right, y'all wasn't good
It
friends
could
now,
be temporary.
but
and
y'all
then
good
they
friends
come
now.
back.
You know what I'm saying? So like everything happens
also,
like
like-
hands in hand.
And it
your
has to do
team
with
is
growth.
like a reflection of you.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So if you have the same mindset, your team should kind of have the same mindset, and it should be working for you to get you or everyone to win.
yeah.
Yeah.
To W.
That's what
right.
that's what growth is all about.
Exactly.
It's all about a
Because then-
variety of years.
Exactly. Like if you feel
Growth.
like you're gonna stop growing because you felt like you've learned enough, you can never learn enough.
Always learn.
You should always learn. If you feel like your pot is already full, what's the point?
Get a new
Fill it
pot.
up
What's the
again.
point?
Right?
Fill it up again. I'm completely empty. When it comes to my friends and learning different diversity and different personalities, I can never be full enough, because you know what? You're in a different growth spout. You're in a different growth spout. You're different. You know what I'm saying?
My
Yeah.
formula is not your formula, and
Exactly.
your
Yeah.
blessing is not my blessing.
Oh, I like
But at the
that.
end of the
That's
day,
good.
we all gonna get to
love
that
that.
same end goal. So,
I
Yeah.
completely agree.
I agree.
Well,
Completely agree.
Well said.
well, folks,
I actually learned something, honestly. And so with that said, hopefully you guys learned a lot from what we talked about today. We chimed in on a lot of interesting topics.
definitely.
Right? What do you guys think?
I think we did.
Yeah, and hopefully you really do. We want you guys to take this in and just like apply it to your day to day. It's not easy, but do it. We're just out here trying to give advice to everyone.
As
So
we say, not as we do.
exactly. Tune in to ksilla.com. We have a lot more in store. Stay